Anyway, she said to say hi. Um, uh, Today, what I would love to focus on is because we're coming up onto the spring equinox on Tuesday and then Blossom in the Spring workshop on Saturday. I really wanted to do some work within this, right? Last time we met, we talked about what were the seeds that were under the surface, what were you feeling was gestating inside of you. And now we're starting to see signs of emergence in one way or another. Whether that has to do with sort of your internal work coming forward in a different way, or something like Phyllis's recent book launch that was so successful and her celebration. So, um, and thank you for coming to that, those of you who were able to make it. So, I think that what I'd love to just take a moment before we even start the meditation is just to take a moment to think about what are the seeds that you're seeing signs of right now? And if you're not seeing signs of anything, it's like, what is she talking about? Then what are the seeds that you're feeling like you're really wishing would start to come forward? So go ahead and just take a moment to think about that. And then we will do a little meditation. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and invite you. If you'd like to turn off your video, you can. If you want to keep your video on, that's also fine. Whatever floats your boat is good. All right. So the first thing I want to do today, the end of the week, right before the weekend, is just to take some time to breathe, relax, and just let yourself be at this end of the week. So whether you have stuff you have going on tomorrow or not, to take a moment to just let yourself have this end of the week moment. And as you sit, I'd love you to just drop your chin down to your chest and then let your head get heavier so that you start to curl forward and you actually let your body go into a slump. So your spine is curled forward. And you're going to take a deep breath. And as you inhale, I'd like to open this in the slump, open the space between the shoulder blades. And then as you exhale, slowly building one vertebra up on top of another. And coming up through the back, through the back of your neck, till the head comes up to center. And relax your jaw. Relax the space between your eyebrows. And as you breathe, see if you can bring your attention to the front of your head, to the area behind your forehead, around the third eye. And just notice whatever you notice there. See if there's tension or if it feels open. Whatever you notice is just taking stock here. Then bring your attention back to the back of your head. And breathe into the back of your head. And as you breathe into the back of the head, make sure that your chin is pointed down and the back of your neck is lengthened, so that we're really allowing the crown chakra, the Bai point, to lift up towards the sky. As you breathe with this long neck and extended crown, invite your guides to come be with you, whatever that might mean for you. Not asking for anything in particular from the guides, but just their presence. Be with you in whatever capacity feels right. Then bring your attention down to your sits bones and your tailbone, grounding through the seat that you're sitting on, down through your feet, so that your tailbone and your feet are grounded into the earth. And as you lift the crown up to meet the guides, I'd like you to also have a sense of being cradled from underneath in the earth, like she's holding you in the palm of her hand. I'm going to just breathe into the nourishment that the earth brings. Make sure you relax your jaw and you relax the space between your eyebrows. And as you feel the sits bones and the tailbone and your bottoms of your feet connected to the earth, allow your jaw to relax. So the jaw, the base hinge of the jaw is connected to the earth, and the top of your jaw is connected to the heavens. So that there's space between the top and bottom teeth. And we'll just lightly place the tip of the tongue on the roof of your mouth behind your front teeth. And then I'm going to ask if you would breathe into the front of your chest. And as you breathe, to let that sense of the clavicles or collarbones open up to the two sides. So it's like the tips of your shoulders are reaching out to wall, right? Out, reaching out on a horizontal plane. Bring your attention back again to the tailbone, the sits bones, the feet, and just invite the earth element to be here with you. That whatever it is that nourishes you, gives you a sense of strength, gives you a sense of connection to those upon whose shoulders you stand, your ancestors, biological or spiritual, and the nourishment that the earth brings to us daily through the food that we eat. I'd like you to just, again, sitting in the palm of the hand of the earth, to feel this vast wisdom underneath you. So there's wisdom below, and then, of course, wisdom above with the guides. And we're going to just breathe energy down from above, down through your front of your spine, down to the tailbone, sits bones, feet. And as you inhale, draw energy up through the feet, the tailbone, sits bones, up the back of your spine, up the back of your neck, up to your crown. So exhale as energy comes down the front of your spine. And inhale, coming up the back of your spine. Exhale as wisdom from your guides comes down through your crown, down through your throat, down the front of your spine, down your legs and feet into the earth. And inhaling up from the feet, sits bones, tailbone, up the back of the spine, through the back of the neck, up through the crown. So your guides are being nourished by the earth. And your earth is being illuminated by your guides. Keep the front of the shoulders open. Again, wall-to-wall shoulders, space between the shoulder blades open. And from this place, let's go back into what I asked you before the meditation, to focus on the seeds that are sprouting right now, or that you are intending or wanting to see sprout? What is emerging in you that feels vital, that feels alive, that feels the life force of who you are coming forward in the ways only you can bring that forward? And as you feel those seeds, I'd like you to imagine that energy is just coming up through that spine, right up the center of the spine, and branching out in your heart. So it's like a beautiful flower bed or plant opening out in the middle dantian, in the chi center between the shoulder blades and front of the chest. And so what you're picturing here is not that you are in that place necessarily, but what you envision as the expansion and the expression of spring comes through you. See if you can take a moment to feel the joy of who you are, your birthright, what you bring to your world. Trust that. Center yourself in that. Breathe into your heart. As we picture this plant or flowering happening in the chest, want to make sure that those roots, again, sits bones, tailbone, feet, into the earth, and those roots are able to adapt and adjust in whatever way is needed. So any obstacles that you feel to manifestation, to bringing this forward, is an easy adaptation around those obstacles, going for what nourishes you. So if what comes up in your mind is things that you don't want or things you're wanting to avoid, use that as an arrow to direct yourself to what you do want, what is flourishing, what would feel right for you. And it can be as simple as really opening to self-care, or to a project, a creative project that's emerging or has been emerging, or to simply a sense of well-being, that you are just where you need to be in all of the expansions and contractions that we experience during our days. You are just where you need to be. Whether it's feeling pulled in to self-regulate or expanded out in service, let yourself be just as you are. And trust this plant, this flowering that's happening, that you're nurturing to come forward as we move into the deeper lessons and energies of an optimized spring. Now, staying here with an open chest, grounded through your sits bones and tailbone and feet, lifted through your crown, I'd like you to, keeping your eyes closed, just let the very top of your head do like a little circle, almost like the crown of your head is painting a halo right above you, so that your head is moving over the top of your spine, so that if you think of your spine as being the stem, and then this flower is moving in this circular movement, or being just gently moved by the breezes, and then go in the other direction. So we're not rolling the neck, we're really letting the head circle over the top of the spine of the neck, so that there's a sense of ease and access. And change directions again. Just easy circle over the top of the spine. So it would be barely perceptible if I was to be able to see you. It would be barely perceptible as the crown of your head paints this halo above you. And then around in the opposite direction, changing a direction again one last time. And just feel that as you do this, you're really allowing the space between the crown, the top of your spine, the top vertebrae of your spine, and the base of your skull, the jade pillow area, spacious, open, and inviting intuition. I'm going to bring the head just to center. Let yourself feel whatever you feel. Notice whatever you notice. And I'd like you to take whatever you notice and move it into a place of prayer or invocation or creation, however you like to think about that. But that prayer or invocation is something that you want to see or feel or offer. What is the prayer for the day, informed by the guides above, supported by the earth below, expressed through your unique, beautiful heart? What is your prayer? And when you feel ready, we'll clap those hands together, rub them, and place your palms over your eyes. So you're just letting the warmth of your palms go into your eyes. This technique called palming that's been around for a long time and is helping to activate not just nurturing the eyes, but also activating the pineal gland. Relax your hands as they rest on your face. So they're not tense, they're light. And then you're going to move your hands very, very lightly so that the contact between the pads of your fingers and your palm heels are barely touching your cheekbones and eyebrows, barely touching. And then move away a half an inch so you can still feel the warmth of the hands penetrating through your eyes. And then move a little further away, maybe another inch. And then bring your hands down to your lap. When you feel ready, you can open your eyes